In a quiet town, surrounded by endless fields, lived a man named Arthur. He was a thinker, a man who often sat by the river, watching the water flow, lost in his thoughts. One day, an old traveler came to town. His eyes held the weight of many years, and his voice carried the wisdom of time. The traveler sat beside Arthur and asked, "If you could walk two roads at once, one leading to your past and the other to your future, which would you choose?" Arthur, surprised by the question, smiled. "Neither," he said. "The past is gone, and the future is unknown. The only road I walk is the present." The old traveler nodded but did not speak. Instead, he placed two stones before Arthur, one black and one white. "If you touch the black stone, you will return to a moment in your past. If you touch the white stone, you will see your future. But beware, whatever you choose, you cannot undo." Arthur hesitated. He had always believed in living in the present, yet the temptation was strong. Would he fix his mistakes? Would he see where life would take him? Curiosity won. He reached for the black stone and, in an instant, found himself standing in his childhood home. His mother was in the kitchen, humming a song he had long forgotten. His younger self played by the window, dreaming of the world. Tears filled Arthur's eyes. He wanted to tell his younger self many things, to be braver, to cherish the moments, to not fear failure. But as he stepped forward, the scene blurred, and he was back by the river. The old traveler watched him. "Did it change anything?" the traveler asked. Arthur lowered his head. "No," he admitted. "I could see, but I could not touch. The past is only a memory." The traveler gestured toward the white stone. Arthur hesitated but picked it up. Suddenly, he was standing in a distant future. His hair was gray, his hands weak, and he sat alone in a house filled with silence. On the table lay a letter, one he had written but never sent. The words on the paper spoke of love unexpressed, of dreams left behind, of time lost in hesitation. Arthur felt a deep ache in his heart. "This is my future," he whispered. Before he could think further, he was back by the river. The old traveler looked at him and smiled. "Now, do you see?" Arthur took a deep breath. "The past is unchangeable. The future is uncertain. But the present..." He looked around, the wind in the trees, the warmth of the sun, the sound of the river. "The present is alive, and it is mine to shape." The old traveler stood up and nodded. "Then you have learned what many fail to see." Arthur watched as the traveler walked away, disappearing into the horizon. He never saw him again. But from that day on, Arthur no longer sat by the river lost in thoughts of what was or what could be. Instead, he lived,